Hey look, it's the only reverse to have reverse not at the end of its name. Cool. Hello again, fellow YouTubers, Salt Pleasant back, and we have Dark Dimensional Robo Reverse Daiyusha. All you fanboys can be excited about that, yay! Now before I get into this, I will say, I acknowledge Daiyusha's power. I don't hate Daiyusha, I think he's a valid card. Let's get into it though. Cross Ride for normal Daiyusha gets +2, 11k base, has the Lord skill. Let's go into his ability. Act on Vanguard, Limit Break 4, Counterblast 1, and choose 2 rear guards with Dimensional Robo in its name, and lock them. When you do, choose one of your opponent's Vanguard, and that unit gets minus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. This ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn, so you can't make your opponent have negative power. That's not a real thing. Okay, so here is my personal belief, and I'm pretty sure I'm about 90% right when I explain why I think everyone thinks Dark Daiyusha is the best thing ever. His combo with the Break Ride. Because let's just look at his skill by himself. Counterblast 1, so I can use that like 5 turns. Lock 2 units, so I kind of get restricted on my units. Not much, because Vowing actually has more of a cost. And my opponent loses 10,000 power. That loss of 10,000 power is pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that's a really good Zeal. You kind of copied off Zeal, but what are you gonna do? The reason I believe, because on his own, let's think about this. Without the Break Ride, the Daikaiser Break Ride, he really just lowers your opponent's power. That's about it. There's not much else of a threat there, he just lowers power. Which is a good skill. But let's combine that with the Break Ride Daikaiser that says, hey, Counterblast 1, I get +10, and guess what? I also get a crit. And guess what else? Your P-Guards, if I drive check a grade 3, they don't exist! Now this becomes a threat. And this is the combo that Warlockin did not even talk about. So I'm going to talk about it. That's a killer combo. That there, Break Riding Dark Daiyusha, on top of Daikaiser, counterblasting 1, getting the +10 in the crit, having that ability to break through your P-Guards, and then pressuring your opponent even more by saying counterblast another 1, lose 2 of my units, you lost 10,000. So now you pretty much have to P-Guard. Or Quintet Wall, which is pretty much the biggest middle finger to Daikaiser ever, and it's hilarious. But that pretty much gets your opponent to drop most of his hand. And you've also got rear guards that will also tear up your opponent because your opponent's either at 1,000 power or 0 power. That instantly becomes a really deadly combo. He is definitely in top 5. Easy. Easy. Because he is a threatening unit. Why do I feel like he might not be in the top 3? Just because everybody banks on that Break Ride combo. Like I said when I was gushing over the fact of Amon Reverse, Amon doesn't need a Break Ride. Amon doesn't really... All Amon needs is some units in Darky Regs that say, hey, you soul charge me once I'm at 6, so pretty much you just need to like 1 Hell's Deal and maybe a Hell's Draw. Hey, I have 4 in the soul after I've already ridden twice. Guess what? I'm at 6. Guess what I get? A crit. Because Amon Reverse doesn't necessarily rely on multiple combos. He really just needs some stuff in the soul and he's fine. Because there is no real clan that can kill the soul as of yet, so you can't really stop Amon getting a crit. You can stop Daiyusha. Because without that Break Ride, -10, I P-Guard. It's with that Break Ride that this thing becomes deadly. On its own, it's still a valid card. It really is. It instantly makes it to the top. Where on the top, I'm not sure, but it's at the top. Because it's still a really good card. I just feel that it has a bit too much hype because it focuses on a card that has nothing to do with it. Daikaiser isn't the cross ride here. If Daikaiser was a cross ride, that'd be a little bit of a different story. Daiyusha's the cross ride, though. So... And not even that many people use that combo, which I really don't understand. Get Daiyusha in the soul, and bam, I'm at Dark Daiyusha. I am a 13k base. But no, people will break ride and just leave him at 11. Which isn't the worst thing in the world, but still. So, anywho, that was my opinion on Dark Daiyusha, and I can understand why people like him, but I feel like it's a bit too grossly overproportionate. I feel like there shouldn't be that much like towards him. There should be some, but not a ton. So, argue with me all you want in the comments. Anywho, this has been Salt and Pleasant. Next time we do Leopold. This one's gonna be fun. This has been Salt and Pleasant, signing off.